$90. That is what a 32GB DDR5 kit cost you last year. Today, that same kit is listed at $459, and motherboard shipments projected to fall by as much as 37%. Same cause, both of them, and it has almost nothing to do with gamers. Welcome to Xzone. Today I am connecting three dots that usually get covered separately: memory prices, the motherboard collapse, and the silicon moving out from under both. By the end, you will know what to do if you are planning a build. It starts with something you will probably never buy: high bandwidth memory, HBM. It is the memory stacked beside enterprise AI accelerators, and far harder to manufacture than the DDR5 on your desk. Here is the number that matters. Supply chain analysis indicates 1 unit of HBM capacity eats roughly the wafer space that could have produced 3 units of standard DDR5. Picture a wafer as land. Consumer memory is the apartment block. HBM is the luxury complex, 3 times the plot, and a tenant who never asks the price. So Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron shifted capacity toward the higher margin customer, and DRAM supply growth slowed. And before you go hunting for a DDR4 escape route, it hit DDR4 too. There is no back door. Now here is where it stops being a memory story. Memory reportedly went from about 15% of a system's bill of materials to more than 30%, double. And when the RAM alone stalls your build, the motherboard stays on the shelf with it. A board is a very expensive coaster without a processor and memory in it. So Taiwan's 4 major motherboard brands cut their 2026 shipment targets by between 24 and 37%. ASUS shipped 15 million boards in 2025 and is projected to reach about 10 million this year. ASRock takes the hardest hit, 4.3 million units down to 2.7. Lower volume also weakens economies of scale right as printed circuit board costs climb. So the end game is ugly. Fewer boards sold at higher prices. Which raises the question some of you are already typing in the comments. Was this the market, or was it arranged? On June 25, 2026, a civil class action lawsuit was filed in California accusing Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron of coordinating production cuts and fixing prices. And I want to be careful here. That allegation is not proven. The companies deny it, and they have a real argument. Each could have made the same call independently. AI contracts pay more, so capacity followed the money. A similar lawsuit in 2018 was dismissed for exactly that reason. Parallel behavior is not proof of agreement. Okay, so is anything actually pushing prices back down? Maybe. From a name most Western builders have not heard yet: Changshin Memory Technologies, CXMT. Gigabyte, MSI, and ASUS have all released BIOS support for Chinese CXMT DDR5, and a colourful AM5 system pushed a CXMT-based kit to 8,800 megatransfers per second. But real and available are different words. As of the research cutoff, they were still concentrated inside China. The question is whether they reach international retailers at enough scale to matter. So what do you actually do? First, if your current PC still does what you need, keeping it longer is a rational financial decision, not proof that PC gaming is dying. Second, if you have to buy, price a complete pre-built against your DIY parts list first. It feels wrong, I know, but large system integrators may hold older bulk contracts, so they are less exposed to retail memory prices than you are. Third, if you are building gradually, start with the parts the memory shock cannot touch: a well-ventilated case, a capable ATX 3.1 power supply, proper cooling. Those outlive 3 generations of RAM. Just do not plan around prices snapping back to the old floor. How long this lasts? Nobody knows. The chain reaction is clear. AI demand pulled manufacturing toward HBM. Consumer memory got expensive, new builds slowed, Motherboard targets collapsed. What is still open is the why, ordinary market incentives, or the coordination that lawsuit has to prove. So watch 3 things: memory availability, that case, and any new CPU launch that could wake platform demand back up. Because the real story is not one expensive upgrade, it is that we just learned who is first in line for silicon now. So tell me, would cheaper RAM get you building again, or has this market already pushed you toward a pre-built? Comments below, like, subscribe, and tell me which tech X zone should tear into next.